Hey church, Pastor Jared here. Excited for our next installment of 3 Things with Pastor Jared. I'm going to talk to you about 3 things that are on my desk and then 3 things that are in my head that have to do with the life of the church. All right, so first off today, we have this incredible electrical connector. Now some of you are familiar with wire nuts where you got to turn these things to get them in there. This guy will take 4 just by pressing it, and the mechanism holds it in there. So if you're doing some electrical work and you hate that forearm pressure, that's your deal. Secondly, there's a water bottle. There's a water bottle on my desk. Now, some of you guys don't know this. I have a habit of drinking diet sodas, and lots of them, and this quarantine has been good for me. I've been drinking a lot more water. So some of you guys can be surprised. I'm going to be pastoring this church for a lot longer now. I'm getting healthy, folks. All right? And then lastly, from my desk, that's right, that's a greenhouse pin. You haven't seen it in a while, have you? I know some of you, you've just been, you just don't know what to do with your life without clicking these pins incessantly while preaching. The day is coming. You're going to be able to click to your heart's consent. It's like the choir of angels, all right? And so, all right, greenhouse pin. 3 things coming from the church. First off, first thing is the ladies are doing an 8-week summer study, and the goal of this summer study is to connect and find new ways of connecting with God, being relational with God. Our faith is not a checklist. Our faith is not just mental assent. Our faith is relationship-based, and so a relationship with Jesus is one of those things we have to kind of tend to. What worked yesterday might not work tomorrow. And so I love this study for this reason. It's got some new opportunities, some new angles, some new ideas for how to connect with God. So that's reserved just for the ladies. You can sign up on Realm. There's details on the social media. That'll be starting on, let's see here, that starts on June 7th. All right, so get signed up for that. I believe that that'll be very, very fruitful and thought-provoking. Second thing I want to say is that I want to throw an idea at you. The idea is that you can open up your home to invite a small group of people to come to church with you. So maybe it's family, maybe it's people from the church, maybe it's people from your half room, maybe it's people from your neighborhood church, maybe it's just people you've met along the way. The idea for these next few weeks is that you could invite them into your home and start kind of having church there in your house, watching our service at 10 a.m. All right, so that's an idea we've seen floating around. People have been doing that, having these kind of house parties on top of kind of having watch parties on Facebook. Might be a great way to connect. It's well within the guidelines, 15 or less, something like that. And so we'd love to see that and throw that your way. Another portion of that announcement is that the church now is open for small groups to meet here. So if you're in a half room and you're like, man, it'd be so good to be together, but we don't feel comfortable with people in our house yet, and there's really not a place in the restaurants to do this thing. We want to offer the church building. All right, so if you send an email to info@greenhouselawrence.com, we can get you set up with a time. You can let us know what time you need to meet. We can get the space ready for you, and then do kind of the deep cleaning things that we need to do after you're gone. So the church building is open for small groups to meet, whether it's a having or anything else. If you've got a MOPS group or another Bible study that you're doing, we would love to facilitate that going forward. All right. And then the third announcement, the one you might have been anticipating, we have a comeback to church date set. All right. So it's not my thought that we have closed church and that we're reopening. So I've been trying to be diligent not to say we're reopening, because church has been open, and I'm telling you, there's been ministry happening. We have been seeing marriages, people working on their marriages. We're seeing Jesus save people. We're seeing people be baptized. We're seeing God speak directly to people in our services and through our small groups. Amazing stuff has been going on. The church has been vibrant and pushing forward, and I'm so proud of everyone. But it is becoming time that we can actually come together again physically for public worship services. So our plan right now is to come back to church June 28th. Yeah, it's so exciting. June 28th, all right? So all the restrictions in our area will have been lifted. And, churches have been meeting together. A lot of churches have been meeting sooner than us. And that's great. For us, the relational side of our church we come together, we are warm, we are family, those sorts of things seem real important to us, that we didn't want to open up and try and have a big celebration of, yay, it's fun to see you, and have that muted or downplayed by 6 feet of distance and mandatory mask and these sorts of things. And so we are excited to come back June 28th, and we'll be able to facilitate anyone's needs. If someone says, hey, I want to wear a mask, you're more than welcome to do that. Or I would like to stay distance, that's fine too. But we wanted to open up with the warmth that we are known for. And so June 28th looks like our target date for that. Having children's ministry, preaching and singing, and all the cool stuff that we get to do. And in this season, as we're opening up, there'll be a season where we're not meeting together in our neighborhood churches. Okay, so this will be, as it looks right now, 2 services on Sundays, no neighborhood churches, and there's a lot that goes into that. We can touch on that at another time. But one of the things that's going on with that decision is that, especially right now in the middle of this pandemic, and as we're coming out of it, really want to be respectful of leaders and their homes, and their safe place, and the place where they go back to retreat. We don't want to feel like, hey, we've stuffed a bunch of people in your house and now home isn't even comfortable. So those sorts of ideas. All right, so come back Sunday, June 28th. Excited about that. I think that's all I've got for you. That's 3 things from my desk, 3 things from my head. We love you so much. So excited to be together, and it's gonna be awesome. I know a lot of you have texted me, emailed me, and said can't wait to get back. We're coming back, y'all. We're gonna do it safely, and I'm so proud of you, proud of who we are in the middle of this thing. All throughout, I'm so proud of who we are, and to see that go forward. Our best days are ahead of us. All right, I love you. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.